Hello everybody, Prince and the Bear here. Today we're at home. Not anybody else's home, our home, for a video that's been months in the making.
We're doing our top 20 quick service videos.
Yes, we have a lot to get to, so we're gonna get right into it. First up, believe it or not, honorable mentions. Restaurants we felt maybe could have made this list, but were still worth mentioning because they just didn't make the cut.
Yes, they weren't in the top 20, but we love them anyway, so we're going to mention them. I guess we'll start from the bottom.
Yes, so Friar Nook.
Friar Nook's was one of my favorite places until they got rid of their bratwurst, their vegan bratwurst, so that makes me sad.
That was an arrow literally through the heart, Robin Hood style. But still worth mentioning, just didn't make the cut.
Next is El Mercado de Coronado.
This is actually an upgrade. El Mercado used to be one of our most hated restaurants in all of Walt Disney World, literally the bottom of the bottom tier. And yet somehow now it's worth mentioning on a recommend list.
They've definitely crawled back up the ranks and we actually love their food now.
Yes. If you're around and you have nothing else to eat, you definitely shouldn't avoid it. Just didn't make the cut for the best of the best.
Our final honorable mention is Pepe by Jose Andres.
This one hurts personally because we love Pepe. We love Jose Andres. We love Alejo, but there's just so many other good places on this list. Pepe just didn't have the Pepe to keep up.
It's true.
So those three worth mentioning, but not quite up to it. Now for number 20.
We have the Boardwalk Deli.
Yes, the Boardwalk Deli. The Boardwalk sits in a very weird place in this no man's land between Hollywood Studios and Epcot, and we feel like a lot of people don't give it the love that it deserves, but the Boardwalk Deli is there regardless, with some great pastries and like breakfast sandwiches, even lunch sandwiches, a couple drinks to go, and it's a solid place since it's remodeled, actually.
Yeah, they have great vegan options as well. There's either breakfast or lunch, dinner. You're not going to go wrong with stopping at the Boardwalk Deli.
Worthy of its spot on the list. Now for number 19.
Number 19 is a secret place that a lot of people don't know about in the Germany pavilion of Epcot. It is Summerfest.
Yes, so easy to walk by this Summerfest table. It sits there in a little window right behind Beer Garden, but like if you never go back to Beer Garden, even sometimes if you've gone to Beer Garden, you can easily stand in line after having checked in and never knew that window was there.
It's true.
But it exists.
They do have a vegan option. It is off menu. You do need to check the roll. The roll does change frequently. Sometimes it's vegan, sometimes it's not. They also have gluten-free beer there.
Yes, they do. And you get a dunkel as well. It's like a little small window doing more work than it probably should, but it's a good stop. Worthy of number 19 on our list.
Number 18 is going to take us to Animal Kingdom.
To the Flame Tree Barbecue. The barbecue attempting to set fire to the trees right next to the Tree of Life. This place is like the mainstay, like the central quick service eatery at Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
And even though in most cases, in other parks, those main eateries are not the best, Flame Tree somehow still made the list.
And it has really beautiful views.
Oh, yes.
You could sit at Flame Tree for hours and be fine.
Actually have sat at Flame Tree for hours just so we could watch the flotillas,
yeah.
RIP, float by. Oh, we enjoy a beverage in the shade,
yeah.
no less.
And the seating area is so huge. Just when you think that you found the end of the seating area, there's a whole nother section.
It's almost a maze. And there's plenty of animals to see over there. Birds and everything else land in there all the time. Hang out in the little wading pool. Great for photos. Instagram spot for Instagram people out there. It's a very beautiful place. If you haven't wandered in their seating area, you should at least do that. Number 17.
We're staying in Animal Kingdom here, and we're gonna call out Harambe Market.
Yes. Now Harambe Market does sort of handicap itself because it's not open all day.
No, they close at like 3:15, sometimes earlier depending on the hours of Animal Kingdom. So definitely check the app. You can mobile order it, but the window is like super tiny.
Small. But even though they have like some of the best and versatile items in Animal Kingdom, and the seating area is huge. You have other eateries that are like right next door in case it's not something that you want there. They close so early.
They do. You can see the train go by, which is a day one experience. So it's really cool to just kind of enjoy that.
I just want you to know, Disney, that you're doing Harambe wrong with those hours. Harambe the gorilla would be upset at you.
Yes, I agree.
Number 16 is a surprise on this list.
It is actually the only water park eatery that we have on this list, but we are mentioning one because it is that good.
Yes. Leaning Palms.
It's at Typhoon Lagoon.
Hidden in the little typhoon waterway is this like little shack. It looks like it's been hit by a hurricane or typhoon in this case.
Leaning.
But they actually have really solid food options, a variety, and solid vegan options.
And they also have great options during H2O Glow usually. Those change every year, I think. They don't always bring back the same dishes, but their main menu is always really good. They have this vegan crab cake that had mango on
Delicious.
it. And they like put each item in an individual bowl for us.
Just like
so we could build our own crab cake and he can have one. It was top tier experience.
We know that a lot of people don't go to the water parks, but if you do, Leaning Palm should be your place of choice to go eat.
Number 15 is next.
So, Disney gets a little bit luxury sometimes with their burgers. We call this place Deluxe.
Disney Lux.
Yes, it is the Disney version basically of Five Guys, burgers and fries. Literally, it's like a Disney version of that very same concept.
Even like the fries, when you order like the fries on the side, you get like the huge order of fries. It's crazy, but it's good.
It's good. And they have a lot of like seasonal burgers for different events that take place around Walt Disney World for like Flavors of Florida and all the heritage months and a very decent vegan burger.
Oh yeah, I love the vegan burger. Just has changed in the last like year or so, and it's real. It's like more slimmed down. It's not as specialty as it was before. Before it had like a ragu and something else on it, I forgot. But like now it's a basic slimmed down Beyond Burger. You can add your own sauce. I love to do a little barbecue, a little mustard, have a good time.
I know that sometimes the line outside can be daunting, but they do have mobile order. Take advantage of that. Next up on the list, number 14.
Disney Springs.
Yes.
Sake.
Sake is one of our like secret hidden treats, just like our little slice of Epcot outside Epcot.
Yes.
Because it's run by Mitsukoshi, who runs most of the Japan Pavilion in Epcot and the eateries, booths, and everything else you so love there. We actually think that it's a better quick service option than the quick service option that's actually available in the Japan Pavilion.
Yeah, the Katsu Grill is not so good, but then Sake is so amazing, it doesn't make any sense.
And they have violet sake.
They do.
We know that people on the internet, Disney adults, love a good violet sake. You can get one at Disney Springs.
It's vegan and gluten-free.
Number 13.
We're going to Epcot. I actually had to fight for this one to be put on the list because Bear's not as into it, but I love me some Regal Eagle.
Regal Eagle has recently revamped their menu. They've stepped their game up. Some of their options a little bit more tasty. They have like a meat salad option. I wouldn't really call it a salad, but it's labeled as a salad. They've been offering a lot of different like specialty things, like limited time items and rotating those out more. So they're definitely trying. I just think as far as barbecue, there are better places at Walt Disney World.
That's true. I agree with that, but I also love their jackfruit. And I might be in the minority of the jackfruit lovers, but I don't care. I love the jackfruit, and I love their garlic toast. It is fire. And we've had their new jackfruit sandwich, vegan style and gluten-free style.
Both ways?
Both amazing.
I would have to agree. They have stepped up their game, which is why they are number 13 on the list. Number 12 is both a surprise and it hurts my heart because I felt like this place should be higher, but then when I objectively look at it, it deserves the spot that it's in.
And they just had a menu change recently as well, which is kind of why we kind of put off these videos, because every time we go to do it, the menu changes and we have to go reevaluate.
And re-rank the list, and things involved.
Right, so this is one of those where we actually had to take a step back and be like, does this belong on the list and where should it go? But Docking Bay 7 is a beautiful Star Wars themed restaurant at Disney's Hollywood Studios.
Yes.
We've been going there since day one opening.
We have.
Went to the pass holder preview prior to it opening, but day one we were there and we've been there for every iteration. We love the atmosphere of that restaurant. It is amazing, but the food is a little overpriced for what you get, I think.
Most, yeah, it's just a little expensive, so we're kind of used to that. Our biggest gripe with Docking Bay 7, where it sits at number 12, is mainly the seating area and the fact that the menu doesn't change as often as I think that it should.
I think it's changed twice since it's opened, when did it open? 2019?
2019.
2019. Yeah. So like that's a long time to only have 2 changes.
Even more quick service, because the other quick service in Hollywood Studios change far more often than that. Even Woody's Lunchbox has a rotational tart that changes more often than desserts change at Docking Bay 7, which is sad given that we're in the universe. We're on Blackspire Outpost. There are ships coming in.
They actually, I take back what I said, because they do like limited things. We did go for like a dessert here and there that they do, but yeah, it's not all out.
No, not at all. But it's still worthy of number 12 on the list. And the hours are better than some other places at Hollywood Studios. Number 11 on this list. The Princess did actually fight hard for this one.
This one would have never made the list had they not changed their menu in the last like 6-ish months, maybe less. Actually, I think it's been like 3 months. But anyway, whenever you're watching this video, that time has no concept for you. So recently, Roaring Fork at Disney's Wilderness Lodge changed their menu, and their salad, I think we've had the salad twice now, and I love it. They have a vegan Danish. I think it is a great accompaniment place to go if you're gonna do like a crawl like we did, or if you're gonna go do a salad and then get a main at like Territory or Geyser. They have the burger, which is a Beyond, which is nice for vegans. They have a regular one too for you non-vegans.
And they have a whole half a chicken.
And their desserts are fire. Like even the non-vegan ones, like
they're cute.
The
There's
campfire
dessert they had last
like
time.
And the vegan Danish, oh my, I could eat 10 of those. They're so good.
It's wonderful. And this is why they've secured number 11 before they previously would have never been on this list.
I will say, yes, I agree with that 2020, but pre-Pandy, we loved their food. We got like, I remember I got like a sandwich there that was huge, and so did you. We were like, oh my gosh, this was like $9 for a sandwich as big as your head. But that was pre-Pandy.
We're talking about pre-pandemic, but at this point, the pandemic is almost half a decade ago.
Yeah, I guess I should stop talking about pre-Pandy. Anyway.
Time to crack the top 10, and we're going to do that with a little bit of fire.
With Blaze.
Yes, Blaze, one of our favorite pizza places at Walt Disney World. Hasn't always been that way. In the beginning, we were not fans of Blaze.
No, first time we went, we absolutely hated it.
Since then,
hated it.
With some execution changes and the addition of like some more solid vegan options, it has become like our pre-Disney Springs movie go-to.
It totally, I agree. I think for me, it was the regular crust that they use was just not for me, but I usually get the high rise, and that's fire. And then the vegan cheese bread is also like my go-to. I will get that just to like take home, no problem. Love it.
Excellent. Excellent choice. That's why it's at our number 10. At number 9, we're staying at Disney Springs.
Yes, and we are, I am surprised that BB Wolf even made the top 10, but especially since this one does not like hot dogs at all.
I am not a hot dog lover, but I cannot help but be addicted, literally addicted, to some of the seasonal options they have there. They get some of the best options for any festival that takes place at Disney Springs, and some of the Heritage Month stuff. And the Princess's Vegan Brat is absolutely one of the best on property.
It's like one of the last ones left on property.
It is one of the last ones left on property. Literally, we'll be at a resort, finish eating dinner, and you know, we do reviews here. Not all the food is equal. Maybe she gets a bad meal. BB Wolf's is always one of the recommendations she wants.
Definitely Disney Springs too. If I'm still hungry by the time we leave and I don't want like Erin McKenna's or something, we're going to BB Wolf 100%.
They don't even have to-go containers, but we'll ask for an extra paper boat,
take the
sandwich
paper.
that, and then like scurry to the car.
Yeah, just definitely. I'll just walk like this the whole time, and Bear will just make sure that he's like security for the hot dog. It's great.
Cannot drop that dog. So that moves us up to number 8. Number 8 is also not a surprise, another one of the Princess's favorites. And if we did as many videos at this place as times we actually visit, this channel would be mostly
you guys would probably
love this video. You would sick of us.
You would get sick of it. Yeah, you would hate us for how many times we would film it. Because on camera, I think it's been at least 10 times, and off camera, it's definitely been
more
20 times.
I know that everybody has like their have to go to when they're in a park. This is definitely one of our go tos, even if we're not eating. It is definitely a go-to, and that number 8 spot goes to Woody's Lunchbox in Toy Story Land. We literally literally will stop whatever we're doing in Hollywood Studios and go to Woody's for either a grown-up lemonade or grilled cheese, or I'll just get the turkey sandwich. Like, it's not the fanciest food on the planet, but it's like good, consistent comfort food. Mobile order basically required.
I'm actually thinking about it since we're in month 8 of 2024. I've had 8 of those grilled cheeses this year, even though we haven't been every single month. I might have a problem.
And I think like only one of those or 2 of those actually made it into a video.
Yeah, I think only 2 of them have made it into a video.
We're addicted. If you were looking to find us in a park and we happen to be in Hollywood Studios, we're probably somewhere near Woody's
or Oga's. Yeah.
Fair chance.
Yeah.
Fair chance. After number 8, we're moving up to number 7. This one may surprise a couple people.
You take the Skyliner from Hollywood Studios or Epcot and you will land yourself at the Riviera Resort for Primo Piatto, the fanciest quick service on Walt Disney World property.
A little bit of that French Riviera style. We'll
Restaurant style.
Primo Piatto.
Yes, recently we had the new wrap, which I don't think is as good as Sunshine Seasons, but it was good. And then off-menu pizza I was able to get, no cheese. Brought my vegan parm, that was fine. It would have been fine without the parm. Bear's got a bunch of stuff there. Primo Piatto also has / I guess Bar Riva, because they kind of share the same menu.
You can order in both.
You can order from both. You can bring Bar Riva, or you can bring Bar Riva to Primo Piatto and vice versa.
And our recommendation is always, if you're going to eat at Primo Piatto, get your drinks from Bar Riva.
You can, yes, you can get your drinks from Bar Riva, or just sit at Bar Riva and order Primo Piatto from Bar Riva.
Given the seating. Seating in Primo is a little bit more large. There's not much room in Bar Riva.
Air conditioned.
But if you have the option, we usually go to Bar Riva and order Primo Piatto. Which brings us up to number 6. No surprise that this one is on the list. Also another place that we frequent. It's bringing us back on the Skyliner, landing again at Hollywood Studios.
We're going to Ronto Roasters.
Yes. It's a surprise how many places in Hollywood Studios ended up on this list.
Yeah, you'd think it'd be Epcot. We have a lot of Epcot, but no.
Hollywood Studios used to be our home park. The park we used to visit the most.
Yes.
Even though you see it less on this channel. For YouTube, we lived at Hollywood Studios. This was before Galaxy's Edge. So, very special place for us. And so a lot of the food that we get there is stuff that like we actually love.
Yes. Well, we actually love all of this food, but Ronto Roasters, their wrap is amazing whether we go for breakfast or lunch, dinner. I personally prefer breakfast, but you could, I also like doing order breakfast, hold the breakfast one, order the lunch one, put the 2 together. So good. And honestly, or double it up like you've done.
This is one of the few places I actually prefer the plant-based options to the normal Ronto Roasters. Did you know no Rontos were harmed in the filming of any of those videos? Because like the flavors just base on the plant-based Ronto wrap, both breakfast and much better. Much better. Saucier, a little bit better ingredients. Like the Ronto wrap is good, and I take that over any Disney glizzy any day of the week, but there's just not a whole lot to it. Whereas a plant-based one, stuffed, literally falling out the sides, there's so much in there.
Yeah, and the reason why it's not higher on the list is because they do close super, super early also. And just because they close early doesn't mean you can't get Ronto stuff. You can definitely order it from Docking Bay, but that you cannot order any of the plant-based stuff from Docking Bay when Ronto Roasters close. Yeah.
The same kitchen. I don't know what you guys are doing. You're shooting yourselves in the foot, because honestly, what this came down to, and this is hard for us, is like, honestly, we like Woody's and Ronto Roasters, but if Ronto Roasters is open as long as Woody's is,
we'd be going to Ronto Roasters.
We'd be going to Ronto Roasters. That was the only way we made that decision.
Yeah, it's true.
Which breaks us into number 5.
Number 5, we're going back on the Skyliner to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort.
Now, this is one of our hidden gems. A lot of people don't know about this place. The Caribbean has a very sizable center area called Centertown Market that houses both Centertown Market, Sebastian's Bistro, and Banana Cabana. But if you go to the other end of the resort, which has existed since before the renovation, you have Spyglass Grill. One day.
He's never going to say that.
I'm going to get that right on the first try.
Spyglass Grill. Why do you even say? You should just let me to say the name. You poor thing. I swear, yes. It was funny when we were talking about it earlier. Spygrass, I think. Spyglass Grill. They have the second best tacos on Disney World property. The first being Three Bridges for vegans, I would say. I don't know if you feel the same way being a non-vegan.
I think that their collection of tacos and bowls is hitting way above their weight class. You've probably seen this place if you've ridden the Skyliner over to like Pop or AOA. There's literally a huge mural on this side of the building. There's a bunch of benches out front. There used to be, there is now. But like, if you go over there, there's signs like leading you there. Follow that path, have an adventure, eat there, trust us, you will like it. It's worth leaving Hollywood Studios.
It's not that much work.
To go there for lunch and come back. We would rather go there than Ronto Roasters for lunch.
Yes,
which is why it's so high
100%.
on this list. Leaving number 5, number 4.
At Disney Springs, our fave thing of all of Disney Springs, Polite Pig.
Yes, I know there are people in the comments already kind of upset at that declaration, but I can say, with all 10 toes down on this floor, okay, that Polite Pig is the best barbecue you are going to find at Walt Disney World. Better than Regal Eagle, better than Backyard Barbecue. There is no substitution, not even Whispering Canyon with like their barbecue adjacent food. Polite Pig is the best barbecue on Walt Disney World property, and the line at the door proves it.
And even if you're vegan, they have tons of modifiable options available. They usually have a seasonal salad that's vegan as is or can be modified, and it's just really good and filling. I never complain. I never ask there to go to BB Wolf's after we go to Polite Pig.
And the drinks are absolutely amazing. The staff is great.
Yeah.
If they could just add some other like dedicated vegan options, it would probably be higher on this list.
I would love it.
And when that day comes, we will be first in line.
Totally, I agree.
Which brings us to the top 3, the coveted spots on this list. The spots that most of you have been wanting to know. You ask us in the comments, we hear you. It just takes time to sort of like fight it out because again, we're duking it out. Some things I want higher, some things the princess want higher, but then we think about the community. What serves you best? And these are our top 3. So at number 3,
the Mara at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Animal Kingdom Lodge is one of the most beautiful resorts on Walt Disney World property. Even if you aren't staying at the resort, if you happen to be at Animal Kingdom today, take the bus. Go to the Mara.
Yes,
they have delicious options. They have tons of dedicated vegan desserts. You even while you're over there, stop at Victoria Falls for a drink, hang out, watch the animals in the shade, in the comfort, no safari, no extra ticket needed. It is definitely an underrated spot that enough people do not get to enjoy.
I'm biased though for Jumbo House because I literally love every inch of Jumbo House, from the rooms to the food to the atmosphere to the animals to the experiences. There's literally nothing to hate about Jumbo House.
There are times where I've like almost had to drag her out of that hotel. She doesn't want to leave.
I will just sit. I don't care.
She'll sit. She'll watch the animals. She'll sip her beverages. She'll lay out on the plenty of chairs they have outside around the pool.
Watch the flamingos.
There's the fireplace. There's the animal overlook. There's so many things to do in that hotel, even though it doesn't really seem that big on the inside. Like there's all sorts of details and little histories and around the development of the resort. It is literally like when I think of resort, Animal Kingdom Lodge is one of the only hotels that feels like a resort to me.
I agree. And I would say if you're trying to figure out like an activity to do outside of the parks, you don't want to pay admission or something like that, I would consider doing the Starlight Safari at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. Eat at the Mara first because they don't give you any food, and then do the safari and you will have an amazing evening.
If you're curious what it's like, I'm sure the princess will have a link up here in that corner over there that will take you to our last adventure on that safari. It's something that we definitely plan to do again.
Yes.
So now number 3 is out of the way. We are on to number 2.
We cannot put a list together and not mention our favorite moderate resort, Disney's Caribbean Resort, which we already have once, but it belongs in the top 3, Centertown Market.
A Centertown Market is literally a market that has something for everyone.
And then some.
All sorts of flavors. Their menu rotates frequently, and every time they rotate the menu, it's an upgrade. More cultural things from the islands, Puerto Rico, all over the place with different flavors and different, literally things for everybody. In addition to the colorful music, the vibes, they have one of the best Christmas music loops.
Oh my God, yes.
On property.
Christmas on the islands.
Island drum Christmas music.
It's so good.
Absolutely perfect.
We'll literally sit
and
there.
even their breakfast is amazing. And you can't really say that about a lot of quick service breakfast. Theirs is actually unique and themed to them, and I love it.
Everything is good. Like literally everything is good about Centertown Market. Even pre-Pandy, they had like the most unique vegan options. I had like a Philly cheesesteak there once that was so good. I hope that comes back one day.
Caribbean Beach Resort is definitely one of the resorts where if you're not looking to eat in the parks, you could literally eat every single meal at Caribbean Beach Resort.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And be completely fine because you have some of the best eateries on property. I've already mentioned Spy Glass Grill, Banana Cabana, also included on this Centertown Market, and then Sebastian's Bistro has the best all you care to enjoy food on property. And it's all within walking distance of your room. I don't even know why I'd bother eating in the park staying in that resort.
It's better than Ohana. I gotta say, Sebastian's is 100% better than
Ohana fell off, and Sebastian Bistro took their crown. Shout out to Chef David. If you go there, be nice to everybody. They are friends.
Tell Chef David we sent you too.
Yes. So number 1 on this list. Now, if you are faithful, if you've been following us for a while,
you already know.
This should come as no surprise to you. We've gone through 19 other restaurants, and this restaurant obviously is not in those 19. And those of you who know us know that there is something glaringly missing from this list because it was sitting at number 1. We were just waiting until the end to spoil this for you. The best quick service in all of Walt Disney World. That's the resort, Disney Springs, the water parks, the 4 parks.
All of it, whole property.
Sits in Disney's Animal Kingdom.
Of course, Bay.
Satuli Canteen.
Satuli has the best tofu on Disney World property, hands down. So much so that we buy 2 bowls for me every single time we go. The adults, the kids, we put them together. Oh, beautiful goodness.
Flexible, fresh ingredients, consistent every time. We've never come there and gotten a bad tray of anything.
No.
It has been consistently high level since it opened, literally bar none. They do occasionally get seasonal items in there. Those usually, weirdly enough, stick around and don't go away, have been absolutely amazing. The atmosphere is great, plenty of seating, you're in the AC. Is there sometimes like a cast member door guard there? Yes. But that makes sure there's seating for people that are actually eating there, which you're completely fine with. Even if you're sitting outside, there's plenty of fans, coverage from the rain. Excellent.
And water.
Excellent quick service. And free water.
And there's restrooms right by there too.
And they even show you their little cooking place. It is atmosphere, it is great food, and that is our top ranked quick service on Walt Disney World property. And again, like I said, if you've been following us,
you already knew Satuli was number 1.
For those of you that aren't following us, it's about time you would go down to the corner and rectify the situation because we are dropping notes and things like this to help you plan your vacations all the time, even for you locals. Places you haven't experienced, we will go do those things for you. Just subscribe and let us know in the comments what you want to see.
I will want to say one more thing about Satuli. I do miss the cheeseburger, or not the cheeseburger, what am I saying? The curry vegetable bao. I will never stop talking about my beloved curry vegetable bao. They were so good.
I get sad thinking about that. That was one of my favorite things on property.
The cheeseburger bao are still there. Those are a Rhodey family burger recipe. So definitely if you're eating meat and you like burgers, try those bao. And give Satuli a shot.
Basically bao sliders, but in bao form. Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent menu. Excellent place. Good drinks, good atmosphere, good seating. And that's why it is our number 1. But this is our list. We need to know what yours are. Even if you can't come up with the top 20, I would say leave your top 3 favorite quick service in the comments below. Maybe if it's something that we feel that we rated incorrectly, maybe it's time for us to go back and give that place another visit, and we may do that. So I need to hear from you guys in the comments below your top 3. We know what your best quick service are. Now, if there's anything else you'd like to see us do, rank, or see, the comments will always be the place to find us. Hit the notification bell if you can see other videos like this. And
we have new videos 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
And we will see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment based on Bear's prompt, he might just yeet himself out of this house through a window.
The window.
He jumped out a window.
But you heard the girl.